I'm re-recording this because I had window capture on and not monitor, so you couldn't see anything I was doing. This is in 4.26. I've been in the GitHub build for this for about a week and a half, pulling commits as they make them, so it's been really slow going, recompiling the engine once or twice a day. I had to, though, because I really wanted to test Chaos out, since my plugin's so heavily dependent on physics, and the new character movement replication is a complete overhaul, so I really needed a head start on this. Now that the binary release of the preview 1 is out, I'm on that, so I can iterate faster, but it still has some bugs from the pre-previews. Like, I cannot go into VR because my controllers, if I input any inputs onto them, throw an engine insure. And while I can bypass that in the source build, I want to develop against the binary build since it's faster, and I can't bypass that in the binary build. Potion flew away. So you'll notice that Chaos is now the default physics solver for the engine. It is not perfect yet. I don't know where the potion went. It usually flies outside the level and level start. Welding doesn't seem to work currently. Objects do not interact quite correctly yet. I'm assuming they'll get all this fixed. It just seems a little weird to already have it in preview when the solver is at this early of a stage. Constraints don't use the same stiffness and dampening settings that they did before for physics. I don't know if it's intended to sync those two up or if it's always going to be different, but if they don't sync it up, you're going to have to go in and change all of your physics settings on every object. Yeah. There's also a problem with sleeping, where if an object goes to sleep, it never wakes up unless another object goes into it. My constraint pulling against it can't wake it up right now. And I have the sleep settings set on these so that they're really tight. It takes a lot to actually put something to sleep, and the engine just doesn't care. Even turning off sleep altogether, Chaos currently doesn't care. It still puts it to sleep. Kind of a big problem because anytime it goes to sleep, you have to get something close to it within the realm of, see, they both went to sleep then after that. I don't know. It's a real problem. I hope that goes away soon. But the constraints are fairly new, so I'm assuming they just haven't iterated on that part of them yet. In multiplayer, the constraints are working not very well. This door, for instance, performs all right in single player. It's still not perfect. In multiplayer, it jitters off its hinges, which is new because it was working pretty well with physics. I have high hopes for Chaos because Chaos has some new things like physics. Chaos default threading model. You can go single thread or task graph, which will spool up multiple threads to work on physics, which is nice. Dedicated thread tick mode, default variable with a cap, but you can change it to fixed tick, which is amazing. Their early physics replication setup is based around fixed tick, although they have comments saying they wanted to work with variable. But regardless, a fixed physics tick rate is great for physics replication in the engine in general. It's something people have been wanting forever. It was really rough to try to convert PhysX to a fixed tick rate, and a lot of people were having trouble with that over the years. Now it's just a setting here. You can change it directly. It's great. I don't know some of these other settings yet. I've still been working on other things. I mean, obviously collision iterations and depenetration iterations are there, so those are pretty self-explanatory. Something else that kind of sucks currently is CCD, continuous collision detection, does not exist in Chaos at the moment. Their interface for enabling it currently just has a to-do, add CCD note on it. I don't know when that to-do will come into effect, but that's fairly... Oh, there goes the potion. That's fairly inconvenient, as you will get interpenetration of objects. It's hard to do it right now because obviously the physics settings are all messed up since it doesn't use the same ones as PhysX. But if this was a stiffer constraint, this would just be popping through the wall right now. The character movement, I have ported over to the new system, but I haven't implemented climbing and the custom movement commands yet in it. So while you can run around with it, it will not let you climb and it will not let you do things like snap turns currently. Don't worry about it. You shouldn't be using the preview builds of the plugin at all for 4.26 anyways. The engine's so unstable, let alone the plugin. I mean, I have to still go over every source class and change it around for the new engine source. I've just been working on the character movement and physics to get it, where it works at all currently. So that should be solved long before the actual release of 4.26. You can also, there is the legacy character movement pathway, which you can enable with the console command, and everything works fine like that. Before I started implementing the new one, the character was just working like it was normally, so that shouldn't be an issue. I just wanted to bring out an update because I haven't been able to record in VR, and I was waiting for preview to see if I could record a video to show people this, and well, it still doesn't work on first preview. So I decided I'd record a desktop one, show what I've been working on, which is this port. I have a lot of interesting plans for these new things that they have. I'm not going to say what they all are because I'm not sure I'm going to get around to them. It depends on how long it takes to hash all this out. And this is a completely new physics engine for the engine, completely new character movement replication for the engine, and potentially a full switch over to OpenXR depending on how stable it is. So we'll see. If the OpenXR hand tracking model is as functional as it appears to be in source, then maybe it's time to just take the template to full OpenXR. I don't know. I'll keep you informed as I figure things out and get things working better. These aren't stable, by the way. They just, yeah, see, they're still jittering. The ones that aren't jittering just fell asleep. If you would drop something on them, they would also jitter. Yeah. Anyways, I will keep you guys up to date later, and look forward into the future of the plugin and the engine going into Unreal Engine 5, which is 4.26 is a bridge point between Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5. I'm not sure how stable 4.26 will ever be, considering that, but obviously I need to be on it because this is where I need to develop to go into UE5 and make changes. There will be some project breaking changes to the plugin, I think. I'm going to make a harsh break on a few things going into UE5 since there's already going to be so many things people have to change. I figured now would be the time to actually do them. Some cleanups of interfaces and things. Nothing you can't work around. I'll just have to write up a write-up of how to do it. So I wouldn't worry too much about the plugin side of things. I would worry about the physics being cleaned up and usable. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.